One of the questions that I'm always asked is about pro forma, and it's almost always from new investors. And here's what happens. They're talking to these brokers, they're brand new at this, and the broker immediately tells them about this great deal that they've got for them, only it isn't. And here's the problem that we're going to face. When you get a new investor and they go to the broker and they're telling them, hey, I'd love to find X amount of deals or these amount of, this number of deals this year. I really want to search for something that's up to about $2 or $3 million, and I need something that's a value add. And the first thing that happens, the broker's going to show them the deal that they got sitting on their desk. Usually this deal has been through many, many investors, but they know this new investor is going to get excited. And they're going to tell them all about these pro forma numbers. Now, the thing about these pro forma numbers is that these are the numbers that are way down the line, 2 or 3 years out. And in this property is definitely going to make money, and it's going to be worth this value, but only after you come in and make these renovations. Only after you've done all the upgrades, done everything that it needs to have done to bring it to that value. Now, I want to ask you this. Why should you have to pay for that? Why is it that the investor that currently owns the property has not paid to take it to that valuation? If they're trying to sell it to you for that amount, still don't understand it, right? Now, here's the thing. We always need to purchase on actuals. If we're not purchasing on actuals, we're losing money. Now, what happens in this situation? Here's the problem. I go out, I buy based on pro forma numbers, I renovate, I make all the changes, I bring the property up to the value that I paid for it, and then I feel like I'm ready to go. And what's going to happen now? Now I've got to find the next investor that's willing to come and pay me the pro forma numbers. This is just a constant and ongoing battle that you're going to be facing. However, if you actually purchase this property on the actuals, you know exactly what you're looking for. You know what the exact actual numbers are. You know what is bankable, right? And you take it to the bank. The actuals are in place. You're not overpaying on a down payment. You're not overpaying on a piece of property. So when you finish your renovations and your upgrades and everything that's necessary to get this property to the value that you're trying to take it to, it's going to be an easy sell. Because when you go to the next investor and you say, I took it from these actuals and it is now sitting at these actuals, it's not going to be a hard property to turn. However, if you bought on pro forma and you go down the line 2 or 3 years and you go to sell this property and now you're sitting at the value you overpaid, right? How are you going to convince somebody else to come and buy this property? You're going to be stressed out. You're not going to be ready to go. And it's going to be a constant battle and headache that you don't need in your life.